Rasulullah sallam, umirtu an uqatil an-nas, because that hadith is quoted day in and day out. That the Prophet ﷺ said, I have been ordained to fight with the people or to kill the people, hatta yashhadu la ilaha illallah, until they say there is no God except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that they establish the salah and they give the zakah. But if they say la ilaha illallah, hasimu minni dima'ahum wa amwalum, then after they say la ilaha illallah, then their properties and their bodies have become protected from me. So they say, see, Muhammad sallam says, I was ordered by God to kill people, until they say la ilaha illallah. So nas means people. So anybody who does not say la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, so Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is ordered to kill them. So if he is ordered to kill them, Muslims are ordered to kill all of them. This is authentic hadith in Bukhari, in Muslim, in so many other verses, in so many other authentic books of hadith. The question over here is whether this was the commandment to Rasulullah sallam only or to all the Muslims. This is one. I'm just going to give you different analysis and then give you my final opinion. When the Prophet ﷺ said, Umirtu, I was ordered, there are so many things that he was ordered and they were specific to him. Tahajjud, for instance. So many things, like he was fasting every day. We cannot fast every day. So there are so many things which he has been commanded to do which is not required of us. Number one, so there's no need for Muslims to say, we have been ordained to fight everybody until they say la ilaha illallah Muhammad. Number two, which historical context he said it in. Okay? He said it in the context of those mushrikeen, who were fighting for 20 years. Now he has established the state of Mecca and Medina, and Quran has said that the mushrikeen cannot come closer to the Kaaba. So he says, I am going to fight them until they say la ilaha illallah or come out of Mecca and Medina, because in Mecca and Medina now the mushrikeen cannot settle. Am I clear? Third thing is, the Prophet ﷺ said that from now on in the Arabian Peninsula nobody will be worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it may be the commandment to him to fight the people in the Arabian Peninsula so that nobody is worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it goes away after his death. I'm just giving you different scenarios, but also the word annas, fight, ordered to fight people. In many instances it comes like aam, for everybody. And in many instances in the Quran it is used for specific people. And at certain verses of the Quran it has been used for a special one person. For instance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, الَّذِينَ قَالَ لَهُمُ النَّاسُ إِنَّ النَّاسَ قَدْ جَمَعُوا لَكُمْ فَاخْشَوْهُمْ فَزَادَهُمْ إِيمَانًا وَقَالُوا حَسْبُنَا اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ. Go to Surah Al-Imran. Surah Al-Imran, which is Surah number 3, ayah number 173. This is after the Battle of Uhud, or Battle of Uhud itself, in which one or two chief of tribe, they were sent by the Qurayshites. They paid them the money and they sent them to come to the city of Medina to their relatives, and they came and they started crying and saying, I want to take my brothers-in-law, my sister-in-law, everybody out, because Quraysh have prepared so much. They are coming with such a huge army. They are going to kill everybody. So as many people can leave Medina, because they are just going to. So this is one or two chief of tribe, or Abu Sufyan, who sent. So they are, so Allazina qala lahumun nas, those people to whom people said. Now this nas is meant only for those chief of those Quraysh tribes or Abu Sufyan. It's not. Do you think that all the people of the world came to tell the people of Medina that people have gotten together for you. Okay. Allazina qala lahumun nasu, to whom people said inna nasa, people have gathered. So are we going to say the whole world has gathered?
Only the part.
So the word annas sometimes uses, as we say it in Urdu, a logo. Does it mean that everybody or the people who are? Sometimes in Arabic language, ayyuhan nas, oh you the people. Does that mean the whole humanity or the people who are being addressed? So therefore, it is clear that in the Quran, the word annas sometimes is used for entire humanity and sometimes it is used for individual to individual, for a group of people. So the context will tell you whether this is going to be used for entire humanity or it will be used. So when the Prophet ﷺ says umirtu, I have been ordered, he is not in fight with everybody in the world, because there are Jews, he have made the contract with them and he is not fighting them. There are polytheists with whom he has made the contract and he is not fighting them. There are those people who have not aggressively attacked him, he is not attacking them. So number one, it is clear that those people who have been attacking Rasulullah sallam and attacking Muslims, these are the people he has been ordered to fight. Umirtu an uqatil an-nas, those people who have been attacking me for the last 22 years. Am I clear? Number two, also, this is also in the context of the generic Qur'anic principles. The fight, uqatil an-nas, if it would have been umirtu an aqtul an-nas, I have been ordered to kill the people. This is one way. Uqatil an-nas, because muqatala needs two parties. So I have been ordered to resist those people who fight until they say. So the Prophet ﷺ is not saying that this is the initiative or aggressive. Actually what he's saying, he is putting a restriction that I am ordered to fight until that time. Don't continue the fight. Even those who fight you, if they say La ilaha illallah, there's no way you can fight them. Am I clear? So he is restricting the fighting. Don't consider that because they have been fighting you for 23 years. No guys, if they say La ilaha illallah, you can't fight them. This is restricting element and not aggressive element. Also, this hadith of Rasulullah must be understood in the light of the Quranic injunctions. You cannot force anybody to become Muslim. You cannot fight those who do not fight you. You cannot fight who are not aggressors. You cannot fight those who are sending their peace and gestures of peace upon you. So even among those who are fighting you, you can fight them until they are willing to say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. I could have explained more because the time is, I think, limited. We need to, leave for Salat al-Zuhr. But by now, it becomes very much clear that whether in the Quran or in the ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, fighting is permitted. Fighting is permitted as the defensive warfare. Even in the defensive warfare, there are rules and regulations. There are parameters. A Muslim cannot violate those parameters or those rules and think that God is going to be pleased with me. So therefore, aggressive terrorism, suicide bombing, all of those kind of things which are done in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because somebody is just a Jew or a Christian or a Hindu or a non-Muslim, thinking that killing them is something permissible is totally un-Islamic. There's no way you can kill a Jew or a Christian or a Hindu just because they are non-Muslim. You cannot kill a human being because of their difference of opinion or because of their difference of iman. The only way you can defend yourself is if somebody attacks you. But even then, you cannot be the aggressor. Once they stop, you have to stop. Even in the warfare, there are limitations. You cannot kill a woman, children, sheikh, old elderly person, a person of religion, non-combatant. But if somebody is threat to your life, you can be threat to that person's life. when we compare these restrictions and this philosophy of warfare and Muslim-non-Muslim relationship with the Bible, we definitely see that Bible is committing genocide, kill men, women, children, everything that breathes. And it is not meant for the sake of morality, for the sake of justice. It is meant for the sake of what? Land. Because God has given that land to you and to your forefathers. And these people happen to be living there. So, issue is that when you compare it, there is a hell of difference between the Qur'anic understanding of violence and warfare and the biblical understanding of warfare. So therefore, Qur'an should not be accused of being violent or breeding violence, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ must be studied in a proper fashion to know that he was not there to perpetrate zulm and violence against the people. He was there to save people and to protect people. Jazakallah khair. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallah.